Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about a VuePress, and I'm going to explain you what exactly is VuePress and how can be useful for you. Well, a VuePress is one more product coming from the Vue Js organization, and it's like all the products that they produce. It's just easy and simple, and it's beautiful, and it's just, well, it's very good experience using it. For what kind of purposes we can use a VuePress? Well, a VuePress, as you can see in the main page and the main page or documentation page, it's a static site generator. What's the static site generator mean? Is that the static site generator it's create the MD files, the markdown files, it's create HTML files from those, and then it's create a structure that we can, well, it's a static website, well, it's a static structure with HTML files. Okay, well, probably you in the future, well, in the past, you was using, or you know someone was using, or was quite famous actually, a Jekyll. There was the same story that it just generate a static website and generating HTMLs. I think there was written in Ruby at that time, and it generate HTML files. So you can create a block structure, for example, with the titles and all the stuff that you going to find, for example, in platforms like WordPress. Okay, but what's the difference between the WordPress and this kind of stuff is that, well, this kind of stuff probably it's good idea if you just use it for small kind of projects like a blog projects and stuff like this one, because, well, if you planning to have so much post, probably it's going to get a little bit more complicated to manage everything. But the beauty here is that you don't need a database. Okay, so every file, every MD file that you, every markdown file that you create is going to be a part of your website with information inside and everything that you wanted. Okay, and you see that it's just easy and simple to write it. Okay, well, it's for this, and it's very easy to write a documentation for your product using a VuePress. What I mean by that is that, for example, a Vue Js documentation, and it's by so far the more easiest and more configured and more beautiful documentation that you can find for some of the frameworks nowadays in the web. Okay, with everything explained and with everything very accessible and easy to find. Okay, so by default from the box with the VuePress, it's coming exactly this structure, so you can use this structure for your project and making a beautiful documentation and easy to use documentation for your exact product. Okay, so let's jump and let's see how actually it's working and explore what kind of option it's giving us. What we do is that we open the terminal. I open the terminal in one directory that I go to use for this example. Okay, and you can open it wherever you want. So the first thing that we do, we have to do is that we need to install globally the VuePress. Okay, and as you can see here in the website, in the VuePress documentation website, we have the command that you have to execute. That's yarn is going to add VuePress globally. Okay, in my case I'm not going to do this because I install to test some stuff. Okay, so I don't need to do this, but in your case, first of all, before that we start, you have to do this. Then as you can see, the second step is that we just have to create a readme MD file, and that's going to be a main file for our application. Let's see how that's actually working. Let's go to create another folder that's going to call it a VuePress. Okay, and let's go to cd into VuePress. Now we're in the VuePress, and here we can just create Hola Mundo. Well, that's going to be the content of our readme.md file. Okay, let's see that we have it. Yes, we have it. Let's open it in your code editor. Well, in my case I use a Visual Studio. In your case you can use everything that you want. And in the readme file, as you can see, that we have Hola Mundo. And let's go to execute the development server and see what we get exactly. How you do this? Well, very easy. You just type VuePress and then you say def. Okay, and it's going to compile everything and prepare to open the server for development. Okay, to what we have to go is in the localhost 8080, and there we go. As you can see here, we have Hola Mundo, what we put in our readme file, and here we have a beautiful search bar that you can use it as well, and it's working by default from the box. As you can see, Hola, there we go. Well, it's going to work if we going to add more options. For the moment it's just one option, so it's not going to do a big difference here. Okay, and as you can say that's well, as you can see as well, that's a MD file, that's a markdown file. The markdown file, it's made that you can read documentation, like for example in the GitHub documentation and any kind of documentation, then it's transformed in HTML. And it's very easy. Okay, and if you don't know how to use it, or you want a little bit more reference about the markdown, I put one link in the description of the video that it's going to be a small tutorial how to use a markdown. Okay, well, let's go for example to make this one h1. There we go, and as you can see that the live server is working for the moment. Then down there, for example, we can say tip, and the tip is going to be, for example, a command that's going to be a code block. So let's going to say apt okay, and then we have to close it here. There we go. As you can see here, that is coming with some style by default. It's beautiful and simple. We can put as well the paragraphs. And so far and so far. Okay, and you can do as well links. But to do the links, I just show you that we can create one more file. We're going to call it hello.md. Okay, inside hello.md we put one h1, say let's specify that that's the hello page. We just save it and we go in the readme. Down there we can create a link. To create the links, you do, for example, link to, we specify link to hello page, and then we have to say the path into this, and that's going to be the HTML file. Okay, the HTML that we have generated, and we can save it. So as you can see that we have the link down there. If you click, we go directly in the hello page, and as you can see how it's loading between the pages. If you can see here, that's so quickly, because like I said, that's a single page application, and it's not loading every HTML in every time that we open a new path. Okay, because that's a Vue route in the back that is working for us. Okay, so let's go to see that the configuration that we can create and we can put here. By default, well, that's the theme that you can use it, and well, I can say that it's beautiful and probably it's going to be enough for the documentation that you want to read. Okay, but well, VuePress is not just reading documentation. Like I said, you can use for some creation of some block structure and websites, static websites, and many things that you want. And the beautiful here is that, well, yeah, you can use a Vue Js directly here, and you can use a Vue Js components. That's quite powerful. Okay, and we can make so much more stuff on this. Let's go to start with the directory structure. The directory structure is very important. That first of all, we create a folder. That's everything that it's going to overwrite. The default is going to be inside. So it's going to call it dot. Don't forget the dot, and dot VuePress. Okay, inside in the dot VuePress, we create a config file. config.js. Okay, and in the config.js we say module exports equal to, and here we put some configuration. For example, let's say that we want the title of the site to be my documentation. We save it, see that something is happening. Let's go in the documentation to see the guide, and we a directory structure here, configuration. Okay, well, yeah, I've seen that. Well, I don't know why. I'm in the Linux machine, and sometimes my live server doesn't reload automatically. As you can see that we create here the model. We create the title configuration, and the first parameter in the configuration is going to be the title of our page. Okay, but as you can see that it's not showing here. So what I have to do is that just I have to restore the server again. Probably it's going to show up here in the top. Okay, I don't actually know what's happening here, and I don't have the time to investigate it, but I found that some people in the Windows have the same problem, and they have to do some hacks to start to work. But anyway, for the moment we just leave it like this and see that it's working for you good, and if it's working for you good. If not, we'll just found a solution in the web. Okay, as you can see that here we have the my documentation, and that's the name that we just created, and that's perfect. Okay, what we can do now is that we can create a theme configuration, and how we do this is that you say theme config, and inside in the theme config we can start with some configuration. Let's go to say that we want we want navigation. We say we want nav, and the nav it's going to be let's go to say that first of all, sorry about that, okay. Well, the first of all we say text of the nav, it's going to be I don't know, it's home page, and then link of the nav, it's going to be home page. Let's see that that's working. There we go. As you can see here we have the home page, means that if we go here and then we press the home page, we go back in the home page, is underlined that like you see that that's probably the active link, and it's working by default. Okay, and as you can see, let's see that let's start working as well the search, and the search is coming like I said by default for us to using. Okay, and let's go to put some more. Well, let's go to put sidebar, for example. A sidebar, and inside in the sidebar we can put a home page, and then the hello page. Let's see that that's going to working, and as you can see here we have the sidebar. So I don't know about you, but I'm seeing quite powerful tool that we can use it in the time that we have to create the documentation page, and it's just easy, and it's easy and simple, and you see that, and just few lines of code we make so much. But not, that's not stopping until here, because for me the beautiful part is coming now. What I mean by that is that here in your VuePress folder you can create one that is called another folder that's called themes. Okay, and inside in the themes we can create a custom theme. Okay, for custom theme, like I said, you can create the website from here. Everything that you want, you can create it from here. Okay, to create the custom theme, one of the first file that we're going to need, that's the layout Vue Js file. Okay, so you create new layout.vue, and that's just normal Vue Js component. Okay, so you just create it like, oops, sorry, just create it like any Vue Js component. So what we have here, we say h1 and we say a new theme, and down there it's going to be the content, and the content it's the component that is going to hold all the markdowns and everything that we want. Well, like I said, that's the layout and that's the content. Okay, let's go to save it, and probably we're going to restart the server again, and let's see that that's actually working. No, for some reason it's not working. Let's see what we're doing wrong here. So in themes we create a layout Vue.js. Let me see what I miss. Let's go to visit the documentation, and let's go to see a directory. Well, it's just theme, it's not themes. Okay, so we just rename it, and we put just one theme, and that's done. Let's see what we get here. There we go. So you can see now this one, it's using our custom layout. Okay, well, our custom layout, for example, if we say that's going to be a class, and it's going to be a class of window, and down there we can say for example window, and it's going to be a width of 100%, and height it's going to be, well, actually we're going to do a mean height of 100 view height. Okay, and then the background color we going to put for the moment 888, and then we change it just for testing purposes. Okay, let me see, probably we should restart the server again. Okay, and as you can see, this one is working perfectly. Okay, well, it's not stopping until there. You can add, if you want, styles, and the beautiful here is that by default it's coming with the stylus. I love to use stylus because it's so clean, and so it's similar than Sass. Okay, if you never used it before, stylus. Well, actually, if you interesting about that, let me know down in the description so I can make a video about stylus. Okay, but what I mean by that is that if you create a folder, and that's going to go style, I think so, there was style, the name of the folder, let me see, styles. Okay, yeah, in this case it's styles. Okay, let's rename this one for styles. Okay, and inside you say, well, we want, that's going to be the main style. Okay, the extension is style, and here we can write stylus, means that if we get this one from here, well, the window, we put here, and we can say the width was 100%, the mean height was, I say mean height was 100 VUH, and then well, you don't need this one because it's so clean and you don't need all this stuff. And then we say the background color was DDD, that's going to be DDD, and then we just remove it from, well, we just remove the style, and we have to import the style. We have to import the style that we just create, the main style. Okay, so what we do here is the you say style as well, but this time it's stylus, and we say import. It's not going to be a URL, it's going to import just the path, and that's going one back in stylus, and then stylus, and then index, and done. Let me see that it's working. Yeah, that's working correctly and working perfectly. And I show you just one more thing, the last thing that I show you, that you see that that's beautiful and powerful, is that we can use components. Yeah, that's right, we can use the Vue Js components. And how we can use it? In the same directory where is the VuePress, you create a new folder. Let's going to call it a components, okay, and here in the components we create one test component, we call it test comp, okay, dot view, okay, and here we created Ola from Vue. Okay, so how we can use this test component? We just go in the readme file, just to show you that we can just go down there and use it as it is, like we say test comp, and then we just close it here. And let me see that it's, yeah, probably we have to restart the server. I don't know, guys. If someone of you know what's exactly the problem here, let me know down in the description. But I will figure it out for sure. There we go. And let me see that we actually get, there we go. We have the Ola from Vue component. Okay, we create the component we just put here without import, nothing, without needs to do absolutely nothing. We just put a folder component and inside everything, and it starts working directly. And it's so powerful because you have so much information from here. For example, let's go in component and see, well, the new component that we just create, and see what kind of information we can get from here. For example, we have to wrap it in div. If we say pre, inside we, as a normal Vue.js, we say site. Let's going to see what we get from here, and that's all the information. That's all the data that we generate building our site. Okay, so you can take the pages from here, you can take the routes, you can take the description, you can take a title if you want. Okay, and it's just easy and simple and beautiful, right? And because we use a markdown, I forgot to show you something, and that's the last thing that I show you. Because we use a markdown, so we can use a YAML as well inside. And how we use the YAML? Well, let's go to see in our page here. For example, if we go back and we stop using it, let's go to remove the theme folder, because I just want that we not rename, we want to remove it. I just want to go in the default. Okay, so delete, move to trash. That's good. Components, well, we don't need components as well. Delete, move to trash. I just want to go back in normal. I just want to go back in the default here. Move and trash, and probably, yeah, we have to restore the server again. Hopefully we go in the default theme. There we go, in the default theme. As you can see here, we have a sidebar. Okay, and in every page the sidebar is going to be present. Okay, what we can do, like I said, because that's we can use a YAML, so you put the three dashes, then enter, and you say what was it, a sidebar, it's going to be false. The false sidebar is going to be only for this page here. Let me see again, the server. That should work perfectly. Let me see. Oops, sorry. my mistake, and that's it. It was disappear. What's that mean? That from here we can use so much stuff. We can, for example, say we want to change a title for a new. All right, we save it. Probably it's going to, well, that's a hello page. We don't want a hello page. Let's see the localhost hello. We have some error. Let me see. Yeah, probably in the syntax here we need a comma. No, we don't need a comma. Now it's something not okay here. Yeah, now it's going to work. And with this I think that we finished, guys. Okay, I just want to show you that you can change the titles from here, and you can do some setups just using a YAML in the top of your markdown file. Okay, let me refresh this page to see you that actually is working. There we go, a new title just up in the top has changed. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I hope so that you enjoyed the tutorial, and I hope so that you see how actually it's quite powerful, the VuePress, and how can help you in some of your projects. And I hope so that we see you as well in the next video. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.